Fighting to protect your home and your loved ones is part of us as human beings, just like eating food or drinking water. Infection-free zone gives you the chance to fight for your home no matter where in the world you live in. Using real geographical data, you can pick any city in the world and play there. You can play in places like Paris or London, or do what I did and try to protect your tiny village in the middle of nowhere. Your goal is to rebuild society, save other desperate survivors, and most importantly, keep your home zone infection-free. Using your knowledge of the city, you can search for food, weapons, and more. But beware, when the night falls, the infected will come out to play. They roam in packs that get really big, really fast, and will threaten your people and your home on a nightly basis. Keep in mind that everything you see in this video is pre-alpha footage. Infection-free zone is still in active development. It is not ready for general consumption. Many features that will be in the game in the future are not there yet, which ruins the general balance, but that is okay. This is a preview of what's to come, so wishlist on Steam now to keep up with the updates. Now, let's jump into some gameplay. This right here is my real-life home. Not every building is in, as it would be in real life, but that is okay. Apocalypse has been around. The first thing we need to do is choose the headquarters. This gives us storage capacity and some living quarters. We'll just go with this place right here. Now, our squad is ready to go out there and we need to start looking for some food. Now this right here is the local school. This is where I actually went to school. This is a local shop, so there's a good chance that there's going to be some food right here, so I'm going to send my squad to check this out. Now while the squad goes and searches this place, it's going to take a while. I can actually go ahead and tell my workers, we can see the amount that we have available down here. I'm just going to tell them to go chop some wood. Yoink, here they go. Another thing that we're going to need early on is going to be some wooden towers for defense. I'm going to just drop one down here. And while the workers are doing the thing, these guys are scavenging, the clock is ticking. So in the evening when the sunset comes, that is the point we're gonna start seeing some infected. Now lucky for us, our dudes in the shop has actually found some cans of food. Not enough to finish the early game quest, but that's okay. Now I know that the school is quite giant, so it's gonna take a long time to search it. That's why I'm gonna send my people to search some of the smaller houses in the neighborhood. And in the meantime, look at that, our wooden tower has been built, 2 people has been assigned, they're gonna bring some ammo over here and some guns. We can also build some barricades for the future so we can basically channel the undead where we want to, but that's gonna happen later on. Since we still have some free dudes, I'm just gonna tell them to go pick up some metal from the ground. And my squad has now found enough food to finish this thing, so they're gonna go return back to the HQ, deliver the goods, and then we can go search again. Now, as the evening comes, these guys that are working outside, chopping trees and such, who are bringing the resources back here, they're gonna go back inside. They will not be caught out there when the zombies come. And here they go, they're all going back. And now that it's nighttime, we're gonna start seeing some infected. There it is. There's a horde of undead. They'll probably know where we are, so I'm gonna pull these guys back towards the tower. There's 2 hordes now. While we do have guns, ammo is pretty damn limited. And as you can see, the tower is now shooting. I'm gonna leave these guys out here so they can help out. And thusly, they'll get destroyed. The first night what you will see out of hordes, it's gonna be real low. And we now know about some smoke that we can investigate. It is pretty far away from where we are now, so it's gonna be tough getting there. Another group is coming overnight. These guys are actually trying to destroy the tower. You can see they are damaging it. So I'm gonna bring my dudes out and they can help out. You can hide them in a building and they will shoot out having cover, so these guys don't go and actually melee them, which can be very dangerous. In fact, we do need to build a shelter, so we could transform this one. It's gonna give us a lot of living quarters, but also cost a lot of wood. We could do that with a smaller one, because that's gonna give us enough living quarters that we need right now. We need 40 and we have 34 over there, so the worker's gonna rebuild that one. And with the rest of the wood, I'm gonna also tell them to build another tower over here so we can defend this area. And since we do have some extra guns, I'm gonna create a new squad from the guys that we have. If you run out of guns or ammo, they'll just use melee weapons. Since it is early in the morning, I'm gonna send my squad all the way down here to search this building. This is where we need to go. We've seen smoke here, so hopefully we can do that. While the other squad is scavenging in the school. It's a big place, so it's gonna take a long time. And we have actually finished building our shelter. In the building where there was smoke, we actually found some survivors. We're gonna accept them, bring them in, they can work for us. And since we have more people, I can tell them to chop down some more trees. Now the second watchtower that we built, they actually do not have weapons, but luckily we did find one extra pistol. So as we bring it back to the HQ, these guys will be finally able to use it. Since we do have some wood, I wanted to build some extra palisades just to prevent the zombies from going for our shelter. Even though that's not gonna happen before the nighttime arrives. I'm gonna bring both of my squads into this building over here. As you can see, they're going straight up for this place. And we can shoot them here. And there are more. There are always more. This is where I said that the balance might not be the greatest, because you're gonna just get overwhelmed with the amount of zombies that are out there. In a small area like this, it can be really hard to actually find enough ammo. As you can see, these guys actually ran out of ammo already. And now, they'll have to fight in melee. But hopefully, that's gonna be it, what we see for the night. Actually, some of these guys did get hurt. They still have some ammo. This squad is fully without ammo. But luckily, we do have some extra ammunition crates back at the HQ, so we can go and refill there. And now that it's daytime, we can go out there again and search some more places. Luckily, we found some grain. So we can actually start planting stuff ourselves, and we do not need to go and just rely on stuff we find. First things first, we need to build a cookhouse. Let's see which one we can adapt. Maybe this one, it's not gonna cost that much. Let's make this one happen. And to actually fuel the thing with some grain, we're gonna need some fields. For now, I'm just gonna start building 3. Now, if you can find a local library or university, we could find some knowledge how to build an antenna. Now, I can tell you that in this place right here, there's no libraries or something like that, or universities. We did find an assault rifle, which is great. But apparently in this house, we might be able to find something. Our scavengers, unfortunately, are not really finding anything down here. We can see a horde here. This is a horde that we spotted outside when it was morning, and they ran into a building. If I went in there, it would be a bloody affair. Luckily, we found a bunch of food and ammo over here, so this squad is actually going back to deliver the stuff, and we're gonna scavenge this one before nighttime. I'm actually in no hurry to push down here, because the further we go, the bigger the zombie horde is gonna be. So for now, we'll take it easy and slowly rebuild this thing. Rebuild the society. Our first field has actually been built, and we'll be able to start producing some grain. 10 hours to produce 1 grain, it's not gonna be great. And the cookhouse has not been fully built, so we're gonna assign more workers over here. And since it's nighttime, we get to fight the zombies again. As you can see, the groups are much bigger now. We're only on day 3, and the numbers are getting significantly higher. They have also destroyed my cookhouse, which, let's be real, it hasn't been built yet, but let's be real, it's a bit of a dick move, so maybe we'll turn this one instead of this one. And as you can see, even bigger numbers are coming down here. Luckily, the 2 towers still have some ammo, but all of our dudes, none of them have ammo anymore, so let's go and refill. Our HQ still has a decent amount of weapons, so there is that. Turning this one into a cookhouse is gonna cost us a bit more, but it's gonna have a higher storage capacity. Now that it's morning time, let's go out there and scavenge once again. Unfortunately, these buildings here are occupied by the horde. I'm not gonna go in there. We're just gonna scavenge around for now. Looks like this building is quite occupied as well. Everything here is full of zombies, so for now, we're just gonna avoid these places and let them come out. These places are very dangerous, and this is all gonna come towards us. For now that we still have some extra ammo, we can actually defend. But in the future, it's gonna be really hard to get into any of these places. Now, when the game releases, you're actually gonna have the ability to look into research. For now, it is not available in the pre-alpha version, but this is gonna allow you to make some stuff that otherwise you can just scavenge. You'll also be able to enact some laws that we can't see quite yet, because they're also not available yet. There is still a law that is currently unavailable, and it's gonna make the game much better in the future. Now let's see if we can actually survive this night. The zombies are gonna be once again pushing closer, but hopefully we can defeat them. And here they come. More and more of them. It really changes depends on where you play. In a small place like this, where we are kind of surrounded by woods around here, we only get attacked mostly from this one side. If you play in a giant city, you'll be assaulted from all sides all the time. But at the same time, in a giant city, you can scavenge more resources that you can here. In a small place like this, you actually have to move further away in field to actually find something new. And what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to bait these hordes to come towards me, where I can shoot them so I can in the morning go back out there and scavenge. This can be very dangerous because there are some enemies, not just like these zombies, that are much faster. When it's morning time, you can basically just run past them as long as they're not in the building. Luckily enough for me, I just needed to dip in here and we got the blueprints. I'm not gonna go fight these right now. I'm just gonna pull them back. It's fine. We still need to build the cookhouse. We need to build some more fields. We need to build an antenna now. For antenna, we're gonna need metal. And metal you can scavenge from broken cars over here. To actually cook, you need 2 grain and 1 log of wood. And that's gonna give them 4 meals. You have to remember that you need to assign workers to these fields as well to actually be able to produce stuff. And since the game tells us to build 5 of these, let's build 2 more. Of course, when nighttime comes, these guys will be coming again. And as long as we do have ammo, we're gonna be fine. With 3 groups incoming, that's gonna be a tough job. But if we can defeat these, we should be fine until the morning. Alas, my soldiers are now running out of ammo, but that was the last of our ammo. Until we can scavenge some more, this is it. But I think for the first time, this place is empty. The local church that we can scavenge and hopefully find something good. We finally have enough grain to cook, so the meal production, it's gonna take 4 hours, but finally we're gonna have some food. And the guys found a lot of food in the church, which is great. We actually have some meals, we have some canned food, which is great. We still need to finish both of these places. And we're gonna need more metal to build that antenna. We only have 14 right now. But now that night is here once again, these guys are popping out. Once again, I'm gonna try to bait some to come close to our place. And we can shoot them with the help of the towers. This works for now, since we still have ammo. But once we're out of ammo, it's gonna be a big problem. Fighting these guys with melee weapons doesn't really work. Their bigger numbers would just decimate your soldiers. This part of the town seems clearer now, so I'm gonna hopefully be able to scavenge some more places and maybe find some ammo. We did find a new gun, and we found some canned food, so I'm gonna bring that back for now. It also seems like with the night, snow has started to come. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try disbanding the squad. I'm gonna create a new squad. Hopefully, that's gonna use the assault rifle that we had over here. I don't know if you can manually assign it to anybody. Now, of course, we do not have ammo for any of these pistols, but if we ever find it, it's gonna be better. For now, I'm gonna still just try to bait some more infected over here, which maybe I don't even need to because there seems to be so many. As you can see, they love chasing our soldiers. So if I can move like this, they're not gonna assault the towers while the towers shoot them. Classic bait and switch. As you can see, there's plenty down here still, so if you can bring them one at a time back, that's gonna be fine. But of course, the towers are getting low on ammo as well, as you can see. So unless I can scavenge something again, we'll be running out of ammo very, very soon. And as you can see, there might be some more down here. I can hope that maybe they'll leave 1 or 2 buildings alone. This is what I said about balance. I know it's dangerous to be out here because my people might not be able to return in time. But I just wanted to see if I could scavenge something. As you can see, it could be problematic because there is 1 or 2 zombies out here. Now, of course, this horde is so big, I do not want to bring them home. So if these guys, if my people die somewhere in the woods, that might actually be preferable. But for now, it seems like we can just avoid them as we can run faster. And over here, we can now see some other enemies as well. As you can see, they are dogs or wolves. They are probably faster than we are. I think the main thing that is happening down here is the fact that we're in such a small village that every zombie is clustered in this one small area. If this was full of houses, if this was a city, they would be spread out a bit more. But if we can actually produce enough food over here and cook all of that grain to be self-sufficient, I think we can survive for quite a long time without actually having to go out there and scavenge. Now that we have built the antenna, we can actually use the broadcast function. I can tell my squads to return, there are no squads out there, or I can try inviting new people. And as it is with pretty much every zombie apocalypse ever, there's gonna be some evil people out there. And of course, they will want to go and get us. Now that we have no squad to defend us, let's see if we can survive the night. As you can see, we never even needed to go and bait somebody. They will come over here. The question is, can the tower survive? This one is now out of ammo. This one is gonna be out of ammo very soon as well. But at least they will still stand. And how do you think would it look if I went out there and tried to fight zombies in melee? Since we've seen there's many zombies out here, it probably would not go well. Let's see if maybe if this one is clear right now. Nope, it is not clear. But looks like we have found an old abandoned lab. Let's do a brief scan. And they will die instantly. So yeah, actually finding enough ammo to fight off zombies for longer than 10 days. Right now, it might be a bit hard in this game. Once again, this really depends on how you are situated and where in the world you live. But of course, everybody in the world would love to try and make their own home a safe place. It looks like we are not the only ones under attack. We don't know where that signal is coming from, but if we search around, we might be able to find it. So you can see there are places on the map that we can go and check out. They're spread out quite far away, but if we do this, we might be able to find more people. Unless, of course, the zombies find us first. Now, being outside in the dark can be pretty dangerous, but we're out here in the middle of nowhere, just walking through the woods. And it seems like zombies really do prefer staying in the city. Unfortunately, that was not the place. As long as we don't run into the wolves, we should be fine. Also, look at what we have found here. It is actually recoverable, and we are in the vehicle. Unfortunately, we do not have ammo. We do have fuel, though. This is something we're gonna have to go check out at some other point. Look at that, there's another vehicle here. Who would have thought we're gonna find all of that in the middle of nowhere? Now, unfortunately, this one doesn't trigger anything right now. Which means we're gonna have to check this one, which is dangerously close to all of these zombies. We're gonna wait back at the base until the morning, and then we're gonna go check out the other signal. Let's hope this one works now. Does not seem to be the case. So what I'm gonna try is to recover this stuff here. Since we are now in a vehicle, we should be able to outrun any and all wolves. So let's just grab all of these items quickly and let's get out of here. Another thing that I can try is maybe this did not trigger because we were not on foot. Yes, that was exactly the case. Unfortunately, the signal is also weaker over here as expected. We're gonna leave the car back at home. And I wanted to send this squad on foot so we can recover this vehicle as well, that we have a quest to do so. Unfortunately, nighttime is here. Hopefully, if we're sneaky enough, we can maybe recover this piece of information as well. Apparently, the signal is weak here as well. There's another exclamation point to the east of us that I did not notice before. We're gonna have to scavenge that. Unfortunately, that might not be quite available right now because this is the map that we have been dealt. As you can see, the hordes have been moving closer to our place of operation. Now, what I wanted to do is see how good this vehicle actually is to destroy zombies. And now they're coming out. Can we run them over? Let's see how that actually works. Try to hit them. Oh, we're getting numbed. I don't think we have killed more than one, maybe? Now we're going through them. But that is damaging the vehicle much more than we are damaging them. And I think it's gonna just get destroyed. I think we have come to the limit of what we can do out here. The quest being out here is a bit of a problem. But of course, the numbers of the zombies out here are even bigger problem, especially when we are out of ammo. So 2 weeks in, this is how the civilization ends. I was not able to protect my own town. But that's okay. Next time, I will not let these zombie munchers defeat me. I will go out there, I'm gonna slay them, or get slayed in the process. If this is how civilization falls, well then so be it. Let's go out there with a bang. You can see even 2 squads could barely defeat this zombie horde, and we lost 2 people in the process. One could say that right now, weapons and ammo are the most important commodity. Food can be produced pretty fast and pretty steady, as you can see. Now, some final thoughts. Infection-Free Zone is a game with a ton of potential, and I'm really excited to see what they can do in the future. The idea to defend your own hometown is amazing, and exploring real-life locations is a lot more fun than some randomly generated places in a fictional apocalypse. I love the fact that you can get a completely different gameplay loop based on where you start. If you pick a big city life or go live in a tiny remote village, even though half of my hometown was overgrown with woods. I do wish devs would give us a chance to use natural obstacles in our favor. Right now, the infected can just walk on water, and there is no terrain elevation. Just imagine holding up in the mountains trying to survive. It would be awesome. As I said before, it's still pre-alpha. There's a lot of work to be done, but the foundations are there, and they are very solid. With a lot of work and some polish, devs can turn this game into something we'll be playing for years to come, but it's important we give them the right feedback to guide the whole process in the right way. So go on Steam and wishlist Infection-Free Zone. The more wishlists it gets, the more Steam will promote it to the players. And the more eyes there are on the game, the more feedback it will get and hopefully turn out to be the best it can be. Thank you for watching.